All right, so this is a recording that I want to do something on from last week Friday, but again, just been so busy this weekend. Like I said, I'm just doing so much stuff offline. I don't get to do regular recordings I used to. All right, so this talks about that recent police shooting, which was a massacre last week, where several cops, I think three police officers, lost their lives in Spanish Town, where they were killed by. I think they said that there are five assailants. I'm hearing different stuff, but the main one who did most of the damage was this former ex-military op, Damon Hamilton, who was in the Royal, I think he was in the U.S. Army. I think it was, not sure if it was a Marine or something. All right, right. Also, but he also spent time in Canada before he's deported. And well, that's it. Rest in peace to those cops who got slain. And yeah, I know I criticize the police, Jamaican police, in various recordings, but those are the ones who who are on some bullshit. But the ones who are trying to do their jobs, no thing goes me. Like I don't wish this on them. And I've even said online that this kind of, like I said, like this is what happened right there. I mean, is this that it's setting a very dangerous precedent was to come because no, the main killer have. I think the others are still on the run, from what I understand. We're sure they're going to be caught, be dead by this week. The main one was Damon Hamilton again, who I mentioned, and he again he was a former military veteran, and from what is understandable that he was a sociopath. Because from what I'm hearing is that as a growing up that he had a bad tendencies. I think one of them, those one of the examples when he killed his own older brother over some dispute with his car, over a car. So it's basically on some Cain and Abel shit right there. And I think the people in the neighborhood where he grew up basically said that there's something off about this guy. And as you know, he was very telling about that whole debacle. Is that after he killed most of those cops and sent others to the hospital, they immediately killed him within the same day. Cause what basically I said was that I wasn't really that was a very messed up massacre right there. But the reason why I didn't trip as much as opposed to a lot of other ordinary people getting killed, I knew that that guy is just signed his death warrant. Because the general rule is that when you kill cops, the other colleagues are going to hunt you down and are going to put you 6 feet under immediately. And that's not just Jamaican cops; it's also police officers around the world. Like you don't police officers for better or worse is basically a state or a state sanctioned gang. And we see, and usually when you kill a gang member, the other gang members are going to hunt you down and kill you. So I knew that as soon as I heard what happened in Spanish Town on Friday, I was saying, okay, they're going to get revenge. And like I said, sure enough, this guy they basically sent him off the mortal coil. And from what I'm reading, so they should have. Cause I think what I said, Damien, the irony among irony is that Hamilton himself was the son of a retired police corporal, and which again is not really a good look on the whole force right there. Cause unless the father was on some bullshit too, I really feel sorry for that. And I think the mom who's also overseas, I feel very bad for them because they gave birth to a little demon, and this guy just did all of this stuff. Cause what I've been reading is that Hamilton, now the deportee, got mixed into some criminal elements, and I think it's more as indicated that he was used as some mercenary for hire, because he had a tendency, a capacity to be very violent. So I guess that skill set fit him very perfectly. And from what else I can say is that apart from what I'm reading is that this is that aside from all of this, the thing that's really telling, which is actually what's really neat, what is will come as aftermath, is that there are a lot of other people like Hamilton in Jamaica. All right, there are a lot of people who are ex-military, especially deportees who are ex-military and who have been charged with various violations outside of Jamaica. And the thing is that what kills me is that there's no organization or anyone in government that doesn't, who are not corrupt, who are not going to use these guys to do their dirty work. Who are not saying, let's keep close eyes on these guys, because what happened with this shootout with the cops is that it does make the JCF look bad, because the fact that they were mostly thought that this guy was supposed to be this ordinary Jamaican street criminal who couldn't shoot the back of a barn at close range. This guy does okay. This guy showed that he was more skillful and trained than they were, collectively, and he basically made fools out of all of them. And the thing is that what I think was Politics Watch said that he said it better than I could said that there are more Damon Hamiltons out there. There are a lot of other ex-military deportees or even domestic style criminals who have military training who can be who most likely are going to be emboldened by this, and you don't want to think of the ramifications that happen when you have these dangerous individuals who are on the wrong side of the law who are going to wreak havoc. Because if this guy was able to make fools of the JCF, you don't imagine what happened with someone who's just as bad or worse than him, who's going to pop up. And this is what it basically was, though. To me, this is kind of a wake-up call for the JCF that to reevaluate your training methods. And I know that many of them train, or not trained enough with some people from the Jamaica Defense Force, but that just shows, that just shows that many more of these criminals are amping up their games. Well, they've done it for a while, but this is more and more come brazen. Because even a lot of these robberies or the shootouts that you hear more about, a lot of them are done by former military guys in the military. I think even the Tibble incursion, they said the former Don for that area, he had some ex-JDF people where he was working under him. So that's what I thought about this whole thing. And as I say, it was very telling how quick they were able to respond. But then again, like I said, like it's usually with cops when you kill someone their own. Yeah, no matter how ineffectual they may have looked prior to this, they become very effective when they want payback. But things that I wish would happen is that they'd have this equal level of response to ordinary Jamaican civilians who are gunned down and murdered, and because they usually drag their feet by then. Because like this case with Colleen Walker, nothing has been heard about who killed her for whatever reason. Jasmine Dean is still missing. They're dragging their feet on that, and all these others and so on. But all I'm just saying is just the one thing I got from that is just very telling how fast they responded, which wasn't surprising. But overall, like I said, to all the families and friends who lost those cops who lost their lives, all right. And I can pray that I hope those cops were generally good cops who want to do their jobs. My condolences to you. I don't know what they were as people, but I don't like to see innocent blood being spilled. And this is kind of a wake up call what's going on in Jamaica, that they need a crime plan. All right, all those corrupt officials in place of power, you're not going to like what happens when a Damon Hamilton or someone just as bad, who can't be controlled or used, decides to target someone who isn't an ordinary Jamaican civilian. Because, all right, and like I said, all it just takes is one person like this, and it can set off a trigger, as chain of events, a domino effect. And you can hope I'm wrong, but I may not be wrong. But that's all I have to say about this. This is for State of Jamaican Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Gussenfer and Miles J Productions, and this recording.